Today is my fast day. I'm on Kron.
Kron. Sounds like a dragon, like Falkor.
Actually, it stands
You know the NeverEnding story?
Of course, the NeverEnding story is a great example of the Noble Eightfold Path.
You're thinking of Kill Bill and the 5-point palm exploding heart technique?
No, from Buddhism. Dharma, the cessation of suffering through the surrender of attachment and delusion.
All right, so hit me with it then. How is Atreyu like the Buddha?
Actually, the main character in the book is the normal human boy, Bastian Balthazar Bucks.
Is that his name for real? Mm-hmm. Hell, that's dumb.
The point is that Bastian's the main character, and he goes to Fantasion, a world that is fantasy made up of the imaginations of readers worldwide.
So Bastian is the Buddha.
No one is the Buddha, okay? Bastian represents the typical human lost in a struggle of madness and delusion and destined for a downward spiral of suffering, pain, and despair.
You and me, like the everyman.
Buddhism is about enlightenment, and enlightenment is about attaining on a gut level the understanding that everything in life is temporary and therefore not to be a subject of suffering.
I'm just kidding, I'm not taking notes.
Bastian is not even facing his present conditions to seek happiness in fantasy.
Buddhism is saying that kids shouldn't imagine?
When it leads to insanity, yeah. I mean, the kid spends a whole day reading a book in an attic and then yells, "Moonchild," out a window into a storm. That is bananas.
He's not doing it for nothing, because he's doing it to save the childlike princess. She has dream aids.
Oh, there's another clue. Childlike, naive, empress, fantasy. Buddhism is all about finding humility. The queen of Fantasion is literally the opposite of that.
It almost seems intentional.
I know, the whole thing is chock full of Buddhist symbols. Like that stone giant with the big, strong hands, just perfect to holding on to things, but he can't, and so he suffers because of his attachment. Buddhism.
This is the NeverEnding story right now. I'm in it now, and it's never gonna end.
Oh, and then look at the effects of Fantasion on Bastian. It is a clean slide from clarity and wisdom to total delusion, madness, pain, and suffering.
Is it really me?
But not more painful than nothing. I mean, I'd rather have Atreyu in Fantasia than nothing.
Actually, in Buddhism, nothing represents calm and inner peace. It's not until you have nothing that you can let truth blossom.
Like how that wolf is so scary as a child, but when you watch the movie now, it's obviously just a bunch of wire hangers with rags on it.
Buddhism.
But you're forgetting one thing. None of this really matters, because at the end of the movie, Falkor comes into the real world and scares off those bully children. So, Fantasia wasn't fantasy, it was reality.
Right, which is just crazy, really. Now, I choose to believe that the end of the movie represents Bastian's complete disconnect from reality. He's probably still up in that attic, just reading a book and rubbing feces all over his body.
I've seen the movie a bunch of times.
Oh, you've only seen the movie. I'm sorry, I just assumed you were familiar with the German novel Die Unendliche Geschichte.
So you're saying that at the end of the book, Falkor still scares off those bully children?
No, that part was from the movie.
So you're mixing and matching.
Hey, the point still stands. In the end of the book, he falls into delusion and goes insane. At the end of the movie, either he loses touch with reality or reality rips itself a new butthole and a big floppy Muppet flies out and traumatizes some kids. You decide.
All right, sure. But
Truth is a vibration, man. It is what it is now, but also what it is now, you know? It's what you make of it.
Oh, I get it. You're crazy.
Moonchild!
Alright, Cracked has told me that I can't bully you into subscribing, so this is Soren Bowie saying, I'm sorry. Hey! Nerd!